Howdy, it's Jim Morado, and I wanted to show you a video that we made recently as we were driving around I guess what's commonly called the Amish country area of Ohio. This is specifically Sugarcreek, Ohio, that we're at the moment. There's actually, when I think of Amish country, I think of a big, huge section actually of Ohio and Pennsylvania. That's just kind of generically what I think of as Amish country, but I think the heart of it, kind of the big area that everybody thinks of, is actually Sugar Creek. And this is us driving around mostly Sugar Creek. I wanted to apologize real quick too. We were having some windshield issues this day, so yeah, there's a couple of specks. So please forgive those. And we're actually driving close to the Honeybee Cafe. I think we just passed it on the left there a moment ago. And that's a location in a book series that I've read several of, the Sugarcreek Amish Mysteries, which is a little book series from Guideposts. I've actually read about 3 of these books. We got several of them for my mother-in-law. She loves Christian fiction, Christian romance, pretty much anything Christian, and we found these books at a bookstore and picked some up for her. They've got cute covers. I like to buy them for the covers. One of the covers, O Little Town of Sugar Creek by Amy Lillard, actually has the world's largest cuckoo clock on it, which we'll see here in a little bit. But there's some cute books. They kind of remind me, I don't want to compare them to Hallmark movies, but they're kind of like that. Not quite as romantic and with all the romance stuff, but the storylines, it's a nice little town. As you visualize the town, you're like, this is a cute little place. The characters are likable, and there's a lot of Amish in the books, and they're just fun little fiction reads, and I've enjoyed them. Not my usual genre of books, but they're cute little books. I always want to recommend a book when I can, and those are just fun books to read. So just wanted to mention that. And the Honeybee Cafe is one of the places the characters go to in the books. Otherwise, I think some of the authors have actually admitted that they've never been to Sugar Creek. So as you're reading the book, it doesn't exactly match up with Sugar Creek, but there's still some cute little stories. Right there on the right is a place I believe called the Repurpose, or the Purpose Shop. The Purpose Shop. It's like a little antique mall flea market kind of place. I've had some really good finds there. Really nice guy runs the place too. I've talked to him on a couple of occasions about how much I like this area, and he's just a real nice guy. I can't think of his name at the moment, but he's super nice, and that's a place you should stop at if you ever go to Sugar Creek. And we're driving through kind of one of the little main areas here. And I also wanted to mention there's several towns that are kind of clustered right here that kind of bleed over into Sugar Creek. There's Walnut Creek, there's Berlin, there's also Dover and New Philly, which I don't really think of as much of part of the Amish country area, but oh yeah, and here we're going to the I believe the Amish Donuts and Cafe. This is a newer place that just opened not too long ago, but now we're actually in Wall House Coffee. And these are probably my 2 favorite coffee places in Ohio, period. And they're right next to each other. Let me go with Wall House since we're looking at it right here. Wall House is just a slick, nice coffee and cafe place. They have a burrito there that I like a lot. You can get burritos, sandwiches, wraps. My wife had a great salad, and they have really good coffee. And and they also have good ice cream. This is just a nice place. It's slick. The first time I ever went in there, I asked them if it was franchised because it just looked so nice, and they told me that it was a one-off. So it's a one of one. Yeah, look at that. Look at the nice logo on the front. Look how nice the place looks on the outside. They keep this place clean. There's always really friendly young people working there. It's one of my favorite places to go. And then again, we're back at the Amish Donut and Cafe place. This is a newer place. It's opened up in an old gas station. And when we were in there, I believe it's mostly Amish and Mennonite working and frequenting there, even though we weren't the only Yankees there. It's a very diverse area, and they have really good coffee. I've stopped there for coffee a couple of times. Their coffee is they like their coffee strong, but it still has its flavor. If you're big on coffee, you know that a lot of places will make their coffee strong and sacrifice flavor. But they have flavorful, good coffee there. And it's a newer place, and I really like what they're doing. It's very cozy. There's a fireplace. Almost reminds me a little bit of a Caribou, just because of that fireplace and the coziness. They have huge donuts, too. And that's just a neat little place, and I look forward to going there more often when we're in town. Another place that I wanted to mention, and I don't think we're going to see it as we're driving around, but there's a pizza place we discovered on this trip called Park Street Pizza. We were craving pizza one night, and we found Park Street Pizza. And it's just a classic pizza place. You walk in and it smells like pizza. I hate going to like a restaurant where they serve different styles, and I don't want to be eating wings and smelling seafood. And I love the fact that you walked in and it had that great warm pizza smell. And again, and Sugarcreek is just perfect for this. They had a nice, young, friendly staff working there. They were busy, and they were so nice. For $8, tax included, the whole deal, I got a small pepperoni pizza with a little cup of garlic butter, which was great. And we devoured it. It was so good. The place was crowded. A lot of Amish were there. It was just really, really, you could tell, a popular local place. And it should be popular with the tourists, too. We'll definitely be back next time we're around. Following a little Amish farmer on his tractor here. We're going to go around him in just a little bit. Up ahead, on the right, I don't think we're going to be able to see it. It'll be just out of view, is the local post office. I've stopped at that post office a couple of times. As you probably know, I collect postmarks, and I've stopped in there, and those are just good, friendly people, as everybody in Sugarcreek is. Lots of little shops up here. There is kind of a Swiss theme going on. Not specifically with all of the shops, but you can see kind of on the left there, a lot of the businesses have little painted sceneries, kind of Swiss scenery painted there that you can see, just little scenes. Some of them even have little, if you look closely, they'll have trains running or some little movement on there that's really cute. And we're about to pull in. We're pulling in to the right, just right out of view, is the world's largest cuckoo clock. We'll look at that in a moment. But we're about to pull up and look at the world's largest cuckoo clock. The historic marker that we're about to see in a second says, the Alpine Alpa restaurant in Wilmot, Ohio, commissioned clockmaker Carl Schluterman to build the world's largest cuckoo clock in 1963. 12 years and $50,000 later, the enormous outdoor clock was finished. It was featured on the cover of the Guinness Book of World Records in 1978. After exposure to Ohio's weather for 30 years, Hampton Hotels Save a Landmark program helped restore the cuckoo clock to operating condition in 2007. The restaurant closed 2 years later, and the owner of the local store, Walnut Creek Cheese, purchased the clock and donated it to the village of Sugarcreek. The clock was moved to its new home in May 2012. Village leaders and community members returned the clock to working condition and placed it on display for all to enjoy. So yeah, that's the story on the world's largest cuckoo clock. I think there's some other cuckoo clocks that make that claim too, but this is the one that I'm going to say, hey, this is the world's largest. And it's really cute. And like I said, I do remember seeing it when it was in the restaurant. And this is the little corner where the world's largest cuckoo clock is at. Really cute stores through here. I like shopping at all of them. It's just really a couple of blocks, but it's really, really nice. And there's the cuckoo clock. Little more camera work there. Yeah, there's a little Amish buggy going on. I didn't want to be too intrusive. But yeah, you'll see Amish coming through here. And I'm going to let you listen to the cuckoo clock for a little bit. Alright, and it is me again. I totally just lied to you. We are not gonna listen to the Cuckoo Clock. It's actually playing a song called, I believe, the Beer Barrel Polka. And when I tried to upload this to YouTube, originally just a few moments ago, it let me know that this song is actually copyrighted. And I don't think it would really make that big of a difference. I don't think they're too protective of that copyright, but I didn't want something copyrighted on here, so it's the Beer Barrel Polka, and I honestly didn't know there were more than one polka song. I thought there was just one polka song, and it was in public domain. So anyway, I'm just kidding. But I don't want to have something on here that's copyrighted, so I'm just gonna remove that for the moment. I hope you don't mind. Like I said, I can't remember the year. I believe I was dating my wife at the time, and we went with her parents to the restaurant where the Cuckoo Clock used to be. And it was a really nice experience. I remember they had a lot of Amish people working there, and I believe they sold postcards for a penny. Maybe it was a dime. It was something ridiculously cheap, though. And it was a nice little restaurant. And you would go in, you'd have your seat, and then if I remember, you kind of went out to a little courtyard area to see the Cuckoo Clock go. And that was something really cool, and I'm glad I had the chance to see it, again, back when it was at the restaurant. Somewhere on my blog, again, KentuckyTravels.blogspot.com, I know I've put up pictures from the world's largest Cuckoo Clock from back when it was in that restaurant. In fact, I know I've had some other websites ask me if they could use those photos, and I've always been agreeable to other people using my pictures from my blog. So yeah, check out my blog again if you'd like to see some pictures of the Cuckoo Clock and some other stuff. And it looks like I believe the 9:30 a.m. Cuckoo Clock performance is just about over. And I hope you enjoyed watching it even without the music. Again, I would have preferred to have left the music on here, but I decided not to. Yeah, there they go, so I think they're done. So, yeah, check that out.
Did you see what happens? Gotcha.
Yeah, and don't even pretend like that's not adorable. That was awesome. There's some of the wall murals I mentioned earlier. Wanted to mention a couple of other little businesses right through here that I really, really like. There's a Stein shop. They sell Steins. And I've never bought anything there, but I always I need to buy something there because I like what they're doing, and I just like the fact that they're there. But there's a Stein shop. Oh yeah, there's a little fairy kind of garden store, some souvenirs over here. Those are really cool shops. I like them both. Used to be a collector store there. I think it's moved over by the Cuckoo Clock, though. But there's a Stein shop, and just a really nice guy runs that place, and he's always a wealth of local information. A lot of the shops were closed while we were there, but I just thought that was really pretty. I want to go in there just because I love that window display. I love garden gnomes. Love those butterflies. That's just really cute. There's also a store. There's the Gospel shop. Oh, yeah, here's a shirt shop that was closed while we were there, but there is a world's largest Cuckoo Clock shirt, and I want that. There is a bench advertising Love Finds You in Sugarcreek. That was a movie. It's not a Hallmark movie. I don't think it's a Hallmark movie, but it's kind of like that. It's a cute movie, and it was filmed here. And they also have Love Finds You in Charm. There's one of the nice paintings above one of the businesses, and I just like that a lot. There's the Gospel shop across the street here, and that's a nice, really nice Christian bookstore. And my mother-in-law, again, loves Christian books, and we found some really nice books for her there that she likes a lot.